This conference will now be recorded.
So, as I said, okay, there will be one default user ID and password will be available for the Pega. So that is administrator@pega.com, and again the password will be install. INSTALL install. So from this login, we can create our own application, our own operator IDs and everything. So this is just like a initial user ID and password, and this will be mapped with the Pega rules application. So there will be some default even application is available from the Pega systems, Pega rules likewise. Okay, and then with the Pega rules, you can create the objects, but as we want to create our own application, so we can change this. So just by selecting this one, the application Pega rules is there, right? So just to select that one. Okay, here to create a new application for any of the organization, we'll be using something called new application. Select this new application. Here, while creating a new application, there are various things available. Okay, various options available. So here it will be having, it is going to run one wizard. In the wizard, it is going to ask some predefined steps to the user. Okay, so based on the information you give, it is going to create the application. Okay, so based on the information you provide in the wizard, it is going to create the application. So here, the very first thing is the custom one. The very first thing is the custom. So what I mean by custom? Custom means the user defined based on the user inputs, it is going to create the application. Okay, based on the user inputs, it is going to create the application. And along with that, there are some predefined or existing applications also available. Okay, there are some existing applications also available. So in my Pega software on my system, there are some existing applications like HDFC Insurance Framework, okay, HDFC Insurance Implementation, some Prestige app, SBI Insurance, okay, likewise request approval, service request, and task tracker. So likewise, there are various other applications available in the Pega software. And for you, it may not be available all these things. For you, it may be having something called service request and something called task tracker. So likewise, based on the applications on your Pega software, you can choose that. And so if you want to see all the applications, then you can select even from the drop down here. Okay, what type of application do you want to build? That means whether you want to build the application for the home loan or whether you want to build the application for some marketing or else insurance kind of the thing. So all those things you can select here. So the complete list of the applications available, it will be displayed. As I said, Pega rules also one of the application. Okay, Pega DM. So they are the predefined applications. So which will be coming whenever you install the Pega software. This service request, task tracker, UI kit. These all are the predefined applications available on the computer. And a few of the things like HDFC and other things are like, okay, will be displayed based on the softwares which you have in this. Okay, I already created few of the applications, so it is showing those applications also. So why it is showing those applications? Okay, what is the purpose of by choosing them? So that I will explain you. So why we need to, what is the purpose of seeing all these applications, and if I select this, what will happen? We can see all of them. So even if you want, you can select switch back to previous menu. Okay, so as I said, if you select custom, the complete information will be given by you, and based on the information which you give, it is going to create the application. But it is also having something called some frameworks. Okay, so what is this framework? For the HDFC insurance, it is having something called framework. So what is the framework? In the very first class, I told you there are some frameworks available from Pega systems. Is anyone remember? some frameworks available. Like this, I told you that CPM, SI, Smart Investigate, Smart Dispute, Insurance Framework, okay, PMF, Pega Marketing Framework, and Healthcare. Like that, there are some predefined frameworks available. I told you this. So what is the purpose of this framework? As I said, framework is nothing but some predefined existing functionality which you can reuse for your application. Framework is some predefined existing functionality. You can use it for your application. You can reuse it. And I also gave one more example. I implemented functionality for ICICI Bank. And tomorrow, if HDFC Bank comes and asks for development of the application for the HDFC Bank, instead of creating everything, what we can do, we can reuse the application which we created earlier for the SBI. So the same application for which we created for the SBI can be reused for creating the application in HDFC. So the development time will be reduced as most of the functionality is available and we will be making the changes according to the HDFC Bank. Okay, in the same way, so there are some predefined Pega applications are there. So they are called the framework. So framework is nothing but some predefined functionality which we can reuse for our application. And even at the time of explaining the architecture also, I have told you that, okay, on initial, our OS will be there. On top of the OS, we will be having the database, and that can be SQL, Oracle DB2, and the development kit, Java JDK, and then Java App Server, okay, Oracle, IBM, WebLogic, JBoss, and Tomcat. So like there are few app servers are there. On top of the app server, we will be installing the Pega application. So on the Pega application, we will be having something called Pega frameworks. So, and it is not mandatory to use the framework. Sometimes, as I said, so I created the application for the SBI, and if you want to create the application for HDFC, so which is completely different, they may say that, okay, we cannot reuse the existing functionality which is having the SBI. So in that case, what you will be doing, you will be creating the application for HDFC from scratch. Okay, as we cannot reuse the functionality available in SBI. So in that case, we need not have this Pega framework. Okay, we need not use these frameworks. So if you feel that application may be useful to reuse, then only we can have it. Otherwise, we can create from the scratch. So for creating the application from scratch, okay, for creating the application from scratch, that can be done through the custom. Okay, otherwise, in case if you feel that, okay, the application which I am creating may be useful based on the application on HDFC, then you can use this one. So let me start from scratch. So like select custom, and then on custom it is asking use this type of application only. Yes. Okay, the custom values which I am giving, based on that only I wanted to create it. So select use this application type, and then it is asking that for which purpose you are creating the application. Select primary device, on which device you are going to access the application, whether you want to use it for laptop and even mobile, or you want to use it only for the tablet, or you want to use it only for the mobile application. So likewise, based on the end users for whom you wanted to target, that you can select it. So if you want to create only mobile app, we can select this one. If you want to use only as a tablet application, we can use this. Or if you want to apply for everything, then you can use the responsive. So responsive means when you open the application in the laptop or desktop, so based on the screen size, it is going to adjust it. And if it is the mobile, same application will be displayed something different. So that means based on the screen size, it is going to adjust the font size, okay, the font size, and again the options which it will be displayed to the user. Everything will be based upon the device which you are accessing. Okay, so I want to target all the audience. I don't want to target only for the specific people, like who is accessing the mobile or else who is accessing the tablet. So in that case, what we can do, we can select responsive. So responsive means your application will be accessed by all the devices and it is going to adjust your application accordingly. So select responsive, and later lastly the color scheme. So what are the colors you would like to apply on your application? Okay, so these are something like some default colors, and later if you want you can change all these colors and font size everything accordingly. Okay, so let's make it as a nimble right now, and then name of your application. Okay, name of your application. So you can give some name of the application. So from next time onwards, based on this application only, you can work and you can implement the functionality. Okay, you can implement the functionality for this application. So for example, I wanted to implement the functionality for Tata AIG. Okay, Tata AIG insurance, I wanted to create it. So create the application. So if you select that, it is going to create the application. But along with that, again, you will be seeing small hyperlink. What is that? Advanced configuration. Okay, that means if you want to give some more inputs, then we can select advanced configuration. So if you give, even if you select create application, it is going to create, but very less options it is having. We have given just the device where it is going to access, and the application name here, and the color scheme you have given. Okay, but along with that, if you select advanced configuration, okay, you can give some more inputs, and based on those inputs, it is going to create the application. Okay, so what are those inputs again here? Application structure. The application structure can be either framework, otherwise implementation. So what do you mean by framework? Again, what do you mean by implementation? Framework, I already told you that it is like some reusable piece of code, some reusable functionality which can be used by other applications. We can reuse the framework functionality in other applications. Okay, in the same way, as there are existing framework applications, if you want, you can create your own framework application. Okay, that means you are creating some generic application that can be reused by many people. That can be reused by many people. Framework itself, I am going to create. Is everyone understanding or any doubts? Ram, Santosh, Kiran. Okay, so clear, right? What is framework? Framework means the framework reusable functionality either that may be implemented by Pega, or even if you want, you also can implement for many people to access it. Okay, so మనమైనా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయొచ్చు ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ ని, అదర్వైజ్ వేరే ఎవరైనా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తే దాన్ని కూడా రీయూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో నౌ వాట్ ఐ వాంట్స్ టు డూ ఫర్ టాటా ఏఐజీ, ఫస్ట్ I want to create the framework and later I want to create the implementation. Okay, both the applications I want to create. So what is the purpose of it? All the reusable rules, all the reusable functionality, I will be implementing, I will be developing in framework layer, and the rules which are specific to one particular organization, that I will be adding that functionality, I will be developing in implementation layer. So as I said, first I will be creating the framework layer. Okay, so for the Tata AIG framework, I will be giving, for easily understandable, I will be giving FR. Okay, FR in the sense like a framework. For my identification, I am giving Tata AIG FR. Okay, and then the version. So what is the version? Even I told about the version as well. So Pega also having various versions. It was started from 3.2 and then 4.1, 4.2, 5.1, 5.2, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, okay, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, and later 8.1, 8.2 is running. So, and even we said that we are going to learn 7.4 functionality. Okay, and one more thing is like, so in the same way here also, while creating my own application, I will be giving some version for that. Okay, so here these versions will be having three parts. Okay, so each part will be differentiated or separated by dot. So 0 1 and then dot, again 0 1 and then dot, and then 0 1. So as this is my initial application, I am giving 010101. Okay, as this is my initial application, I am giving 01. Okay, so and tomorrow if I add some more functionality, I may give 0.02.010101. Okay, otherwise I may be giving 02.05.01 or even I may give 02.09. So what is mean by all these things? Okay, what it indicates? What it indicates? What is the purpose of this and everything? Means okay, so the very first two things is called major version and then minor version and then this is patch version. Okay, major, minor, patch version. So likewise, totally it will be having three parts: major, minor, and patch. So for example, as I said, so initially it would be having 010101. As this is very first thing I am going to create for this company, it will be initial one 010101. Okay, tomorrow I just made some defect fixing. Okay, so in my application there is some small defect is there, so that defect I wanted to fix and deliver it to the client. In that case, what I will be doing is I will be giving 0101.02. Okay, so the patch version, and again after 010102 there is a one more defect came. So to fix that defect, I will be creating one more version 010103. Okay, but later the client wants to add some more functionality. Okay, so the client wants to add some more functionality. In that case, what I will be doing is I will be updating the minor version 010203. Okay, 0102 or 01. Okay, so I increased which one? Minor version I increased. So for the defect fixing, the patch version I used to increase. For the defect fixing, minor version. Okay, and even sometimes I may go for 02 itself. That is the major version. Major, minor, patch version. So when I will be increasing the major version, that means the functionality would be completely different. Okay, the functionality of the application would be completely different. So in that case, I will be increasing the major version. So based on the changes which you are doing, you will be increasing the versions accordingly. Major, minor, and again patch version. Major, minor, and again patch version. So like that, totally three things will be there on while creating any application, on the rule set version or else on the application version. Okay, so my first application will be start with 010101. Okay, and then the organization name. So what is the organization name? The organization name is Tata AI. Okay, and then division and then unit. So what are the divisions and what are the units available? So under the organization, what are the divisions and what are the units available? So if you take this Tata AIG, okay, under the Tata AIG, we will be having various other things. So what are they? There are various departments, various divisions will be there. What are those departments? Can someone tell me? Not only Tata AIG, take in general, what are the things we will be having under this, under one organization? What are the things we will be having? Okay, and sales.
Production.
Sorry, sales, admin, and again HR department. So like that it would be having. So under the Tata AIG company, we will be having various divisions. Okay, sales division, admin division, HR division. Okay, so this is one thing, or else even you would be having different things. The company may be having their branches in various countries. Okay, they would be having their branches in various countries. India, and then USA. Okay, so each and every country again will be having these all are the departments like this. Okay, under the Tata AG, we have various countries. Under the countries, we will be having various departments. So organization, division, and unit. Like this, we can differentiate each and every thing here. Okay, so here again, few things would be common across the organization, irrespective of the country. Okay, few things are common. So those things we will be specifying here. Okay, those things we will be specifying under the organization division. So what would be common across the organization? What would be common? The common things like company name, okay, and again company logo, okay, logo, and what else? CEO of the company.
Yeah.
Okay, so likewise, the common things we are going to specify under the organization, and few of the things would be different for country wise. So, like main branch address, okay, India head, okay. So, in the same way, US head, okay, US CFO. So, likewise, it would be having. Okay, and later few things are only used across the sales division. Okay, for the sales department, their employees will be different. For the admin department, their employees would be different. Okay, and the HR, so they would be having some different properties for all those things. Okay, so likewise, you will be specifying what are the organization name, what is the division name, what is the unit name, all those things. Okay, so those things you can specify here. Tata AIG, ORG, division, unit. Okay. So the class structure name also it is asking. That means while creating the class, what is the base class name you wanted to have it? Okay, what is the organization class name you would like to have it? So Tata AIG you can give, but here there is some restriction to enter the characters here. Okay, you can only give up to 6 characters. Okay, so here we will be giving something called Tata AIG like this. And then Tata AIG framework, the application name next one, and then the class group name the very next one. Okay, so the application again here this is application ID. Okay, this is application name over there. So with this application name only it is going to create the class. So parent class, okay, minus hyphen FW hyphen application name and then the class group. So what is the class group? I said even about the class group as well. So class group is collection of the classes to group common things in one particular database table. Okay, to group all the common things into one particular category, that is like a class group. Okay, so here generally for creating the cases for each and every customer, for each and every insurance policy, we will be creating something called one case. Okay, we will be creating a case for each and every insurance policy. Okay, and later that case either can be accepted or rejected. That means we can issue the policy or else we can reject the policy. Okay, so the class group name what you wanted to give, that also you can specify here. Tata AIG. Then if you select save, it is going to create the application for us. So just for understanding, I'm taking the screenshot of these things what we have given and how exactly it is going to create it. And then save it. Okay, so after giving the advanced configuration, now select create application. So it will create all the classes and all the high level rules for us. So later we can modify the application as per our need. As per client requirement, we can implement the functionality further. Okay. Now the next thing what it is asking, congratulations, Tata AIG has been configured and is now ready to use. Now we have created the application for Tata AIG. And along with that it is asking add members by name or email address. That means it is asking please give the operator IDs who is going to access this application. Okay, who is going to access this application. So what is that? For example, I want to give admin at tataAIG.com. So I would like to create a operator ID with this email address to log in into the application. Okay, and even this operator ID, this operator should act as admin or author. Okay, author means he cannot perform all the functionalities, all the features in the application. Okay, but whereas admin means he can do everything in the application. So I would like to create the admin operator ID. So select add. See here. Admin at tataAIG.com with the password something it has given. So this is the default password which is generated by Pega. So if you want to log in into this application, okay, with this password, with this operator ID, you can log in. So F close brace or open bracket. So it is very difficult for me to remember. So in that case, what you can do is you can even change the password for this operator. Okay, as it is difficult to remember this password, you can change it. So how you can change it? Okay, I will let you know. So now select done. Yes, it has created it. Okay, it has created the application for Tata AIG. And now to log in into that, first what I have to do? I have to log off from this operator and then you can log in into that. So as I said, I could not remember that password. What you can do is you can change the password. So how you can change the password means you need to go to that operator ID. So how you can go to that operator ID means go to Records Explorer here. Under the Records Explorer, okay, you will be having something called organization category. Under the organization, you will be having something called operator ID. Okay, here do we have the operator ID which we created? What is the operator ID we have given? Admin at tataAIG.com. It's here. Okay, so select this operator ID. It is going to open that in one more new tab. Okay, so this is the operator ID form. Okay, this is the operator ID form. So in this we have something called security. Okay, under the when you open the operator ID, okay, so the operator ID it is showing it is admin and with the ID name admin at Tata AIG and with the rule set Tata AIG framework. Okay, it has created one rule set as well, and then here it has various tabs. So the very first thing is the profile. So under the profile you can give his personal information. So title, first name, something called Upendra. Okay, and the last name also if you want you can give Upendra Kumar. Okay, full name. What is the full name? So like Upendra Kumar, developer. Phone. Okay, and then email admin@tataaig.com. Okay, so here we also have something called application access. So that means this operator can access which application. So this Tata AIG operator can access Tata AIG framework and colon administrators. This application he can access it. Okay, and then security. Okay, after giving the application and his personal details, okay, here this under localization, it is just like a time zone on which he is going to work like that. Okay, and then we have something called security. So what is the security? Under the security, under the access settings, you will be seeing something called update password. Okay, that means I want to change the password for this operator. So select update password, and it is asking the new password. What you want to give? I am giving something called rules. RULES, rules. Okay, rules as the default password I am giving. You can give any password, whichever you can remember. And then select submit button. Okay, now save it. Okay, now save it. So right now I am with the operator ID admin at pega.com. So I'm going to log up from his operator ID. Now admin at tataaig.com, the operator ID and the password I have given RULES rules, and then say login it. Okay. It is asking that security policies require you to change your password. Okay, it is asking that as I am logging into the application very first time, it is asking you to change the password. So change password. Current password is what? RULES. A new password. Again, I am giving the same thing. Change password. Like that. Okay. So earlier the application name it was showing Pega rules, but now it is showing Tata AIG framework. Okay, it is showing Tata AIG framework. So like that, you have created the operator ID. You have created a new application. Okay, we have created a new application Tata AIG framework. Okay, and even along with that, if you go to the App Explorer, it will also show you that the classes which it has created. Okay, so Tata AIG, Tata AIG hyphen FW hyphen Tata AIG hyphen framework, and again Tata AIG work. So like that, it has created the complete class structure. See, all these classes it has created for us. Tata AIG data, Tata AIG FW. Okay, so like that, it is showing the complete list of the classes which has created by default. Did I create all these classes? No. Okay, I did not create any class. So automatically it has created the classes for us. So how it has created all these classes? It's created these classes because through the wizard. As we run the wizard, it has created the classes for us. Okay. So and what is the current operator ID? I am working. How we can know that? Where we can see that on which operator ID I am working, whether am I working on the administrator at pega.com or else admin at Tata AIG framework. So that you can see from here. So Upendra Kumar. So if you click on this, okay, here from the menu, you can select operator. Okay, see the operator ID which I created earlier through admin at pega.com. So that operator ID I'm showing here. So to open the operator ID, there are two ways. So if you want to open the current operator ID by which you have logged in, you can select this, and again you can select operator. But whereas if you want to see the complete list of the operators available in your computer, then select records. Under the records, organization, under the organization, operator ID. If you select, it will list out all the operators which are available. Okay, these all are the operator IDs available in my Pega software. Okay, so to open that again, you can select the operator ID which you wanted to open. Okay, like this. And after that, I already told about this profile settings and again the access group. So what is this access group? So access group is going to identify the application on which this operator has to work. Okay, the application and also the roles and responsibilities of this operator. So all those things you can specify under the access group. So what is the access group it is having? So access group will be having always again two parts. So the very first thing is like your application name, Tata AIG FR. And after the application name, colon, okay, and from the colon, it will display what is the role he is playing. Okay, this operator is playing as a administrator role. So like that, so this person is accessing this application, and then this person is acting as a administrator. Okay, and later this administrator, Tata AIG framework administrator, having the access to the application Tata AIG framework, and on which version of the framework he is going to access it. Okay, access group name contains the application name as well as the role he is playing. Okay, and later here the name of the application on which he is going to working. Okay, so in case if you open administrator at pega.com, okay, here he is using two access group. That means he is having the access to two applications with two access groups. Okay, one is the Pega rules application and the other one is the DM sample. Okay, so he is having the access to two applications, but whereas the Tata AIG operator which I created is having the access only to the one application. In case if you have the access to multiple applications, how you can change the application? Okay, so we can change the application by selecting the application name, and here you will be having the switch application. When you will be having the switch application, in case if you have the access to multiple applications, then it will be showing that. But whereas the current operator admin at Tata AIG is having the access, he is having the access only for one application, so he could not see that switch application. See, new application and switch work pool is there, but switch application is not there. So let's see that log off and administrator at pega.com and then install. So if you see here, open this operator ID administrator at pega.com. So here he is able to see two access group. So if you want to switch the application from Pega rules to the DM sample, you see here. Now we have switch application as well. Okay, but whereas for the admin at Tata AIG is not having this switch application option. Why? Because he was not having the access to multiple applications. In case if you give the access to multiple applications, even that operator also can switch the applications from Pega sample to Pega rules to DM sample. Okay, so immediately it is going to refresh the application and again it is going to change the application. And even if you go to the App Explorer, based on the application you are selecting, your classes will be displayed. And you can implement the functionality on those classes accordingly. Okay, so that is the thing. And so now let me log in as the admin at Tata AIG. Rules. Now it will not ask you to change the password. Why? Because only the first time it will ask you to change the password. So if you want to change the password, you can open that operator ID and then from the operator ID you can go to the security tab Under the security tab, you will be having the update password. So like this, you can change the password. So I don't want to change the password now again. So leave it. Now, so if you want to open this access group, so here you have something called open option. Okay, select open. Okay, select open. So when you open the application access group, under the access group again, the application on which you are working, Tata AIG FR. Even here also you are able to see that application to which this access group is mapped. Okay, even if you open that, here also you can see that application to which he is able to access it. And along with that, he is having something called portals. So he is having the access to 5 different portals. So what are those 5 different portals? First one is the developer portal. So what is the developer portal? As I said, right now on which we are working, this is the developer portal. Okay, and along with that, he is having the access to Pega 7 Express, PX Express, Case Manager 7, and again Case Worker. Okay, so if you want to change the application, change the portal, how we can change the portal? Even we discussed this as well. You see here, launch web interface. Okay, Case Manager portal, Case Worker portal, and Case Default portal. Okay, and already we are on the developer portal. So when you are on the developer portal, you cannot change it. Okay, already I am working on the developer portal, and along with that we have something called Pega 7 Express. Do you remember where I have shown you Pega 7 Express? I have shown you switch to Express mode here. Okay, so even I told you the purpose of the Express mode. This Express mode is useful to create the high level application by business analyst. Okay, this is useful for creating the application by the business analyst. So without having the functionality, just the normal flow, how it will be having, that we can see in the Express mode. Okay, and if you want to revert back to the developer portal, you can select this, switch to Designer Studio. Okay, the portal has been reverted back to the Designer Studio. So likewise, what kind of the user interface you wanted to see, you can select it here. Okay, whether the developer portal Express or else Express or manager or again worker. And along with that, we have something called roles. So what kind of the role this operator should play in the application? So whether he need to act as an administrator, okay, whether he need to act as a security administrator, or else whether he need to act as a Pega API, or else whether he need to act as a manager. So likewise, various things are there. Okay, Tata AGFR manager. Okay, so if you give the role as a manager and if you remove this administrator and Pega API, then he cannot create the rules. Okay, he cannot create the rules. As a manager, he can only create the cases or else he can give the approval or rejection of the cases. That means he is acting as a end user. Okay, he is acting as a end user. He will not act as a administrator. Okay, he will not act as a developer. So he cannot create the functionality. Okay, so likewise, this is the access group. Under the access groups, mainly we can give the portals, the roles, and again the application. Okay, so that thing. So this is the application which I have created for the framework of the Tata AIG. And now I want to also create one more application for the implementation. So what is the implementation layer? What is the framework layer? Framework layer means reusable. And whereas the implementation means which is specific for this application. Okay, which is specific. Okay, it's not kind of the reusable thing. It is like a specific thing. Okay, so how we can do that again? So let me create one more application then. Pega rules, new application. Under the new application, now What should I select? Do I need to select custom or anything else? Now this is not a custom. Okay, now this is not a custom. Why it is not a custom? As I said, custom means I want to implement everything by myself. Okay, so earlier I selected custom and I created one framework application, that is Tata AIG framework. See here, that is here. Now I want to create the implementation layer, so that implementation will be on top of the framework layer. So that means the functionality which is available on the Tata AIG framework can be accessed by the implementation layer. Okay, so remaining thing will be common like that. Okay, I want to use this Tata AIG framework application type, and then right now it doesn't have any case types under the framework. Okay, no problem, continue. Okay, no data types available, continue. Okay, again, for which device you wanted to implement? I want to implement for all the devices. And what is the color scheme you wanted to use? Select this. And the name of the application, now Tata AIG IMPL implementation. So advanced configuration. So under the advanced configuration, again you can select the rule sets, the class names, the application name, everything. The application ID I want to give AIG IMPL. Okay, again this is the initial version. Organization name AIG IMPL, AIG div, AIG unit. Okay, and as I said, if you want, you can create one more division layer as well. Okay, one more layer it will be added. So in case if you don't want to have one more division and unit level, okay, just to go with the organization name. Okay, AIG IMPL only, again application name also I wanted to give AIG IMPL work. This is the work class group. See. Organization must have unique names and identifiers. Okay, I think this ID is already having for this. Okay, so what we will be giving? AIG IMPL app I am giving, as this is the application. Okay, now create application. So again it is asking the operator ID which you wanted to give. So even if you want, you can reuse the existing operator ID. I am giving admin@tataaig.com. Okay, and then add it. Okay, and then done. So now if you log in and see with the admin@tataaig.com, okay, so here if you open this operator ID, see, you will be able to see two access groups. Earlier only one was there, now we have two access groups. So one is for Tata AIG framework and the other one is like, okay, AIG implementation application. Okay, so he is having the access to two applications. So if he wanted to implement any functionality which is reusable, then he can implement it under the Tata AIG FR. In case if you want to implement any functionality which is specific, then we can go with the AIG implementation app. So where we can change this application, right now on which application he is working? Right now he is working on Tata AIG framework application. So how can we change it? So select this, switch application, and now you have two options. So earlier you was you were not able to see even the switch application option itself. But right now we are able to see this option, and at the same time we can also change the application on which you wanted to work. So it will change from AIG framework to AIG implementation. Okay. So, and even the classes, everything will be changed accordingly. See here. Earlier it was having AIG framework. Now AIG IMP. Okay, implementation app and then work. So AIG implementation work like this. So if you click on that class, okay, if you click on that class, okay, it will display all the instances which it is having. But right now it doesn't have any instances. We did not create any work objects. So if you want to open that class, then press the right mouse button on the class, and here you will be having something called definition. So when you press the right mouse button on the particular class, it will display the context menu. Okay, in the context menu, you can see something called definition option. Okay, select this definition. Okay, so when you select the definition, it will open that class. Okay, it will open the class. So what is the class name? Tata AIGIMP hyphen Tata, sorry, AIGIMPL app hyphen, okay, AIGIMPL work class. Okay, and in this class, it is also showing what kind of the class it is, whether it is the abstract class or whether it is the concrete class. Okay, abstract or concrete class. And along with that, it is created in version. So in which version we created? Under the 010101. And also it is showing that, okay, whether it is a class group or it doesn't belongs to a class group, all these things we can select it. But as it is the top level class, I want to make it as a class group. Okay, that means from the subsequent classes which you are creating, that can be part of this worker class. So at that time, okay, the subsequent classes we can select belongs to a class group, and again to which class group it belongs to we can specify over there. So right now this is the first class, ultimate base class. We are going to give it as a class group, and also it is creating one class group name. Okay, it is going to create one class group like this. Okay. Understood, right? And along with that, it will be having something called the keys. So what is the key? What is the key? Generally in the school or else in the organization, each employee will be having one employee ID. So that to identify the people, we will be using the employee ID. Okay, even in the schools, we will be having the roll number. So through the roll number, we are going to identify the students. So in the same way here, okay, if you create any cases for the insurance, okay, so I may take one term insurance and I may take one vehicle insurance. So for each and every insurance, it is going to specify one unique ID. That unique ID is here, it is called a key, that is called a PYID. Okay, that is called a PYID. And whether do you want to generate this unique ID automatically or else you want to take care of it. So in case if you want to generate this unique ID, then you can select this option. Okay, but in case if you don't want, then you can remove that checkbox, then it will be done by user. Okay, PYID kind of the thing. And then the class inheritance. Okay, what is the class inheritance? So as I said, we will be having mainly two types of the inheritance. So pattern inheritance and direct inheritance. So pattern inheritance means what? So currently this class is having AIGIMP hyphen AIGIMPL app hyphen and AIGIMPL work. So here, how many number of the classes it contains here? This class is combination of how many classes? Hmm? Three classes. What is the first class?
AIGIMP.
Nice. So first base class is AIGIMP and then that is deriving from. So the very first base class is
AIG
IMP. And later AIG IMPL app.
LAP
Okay, and then it is also derived from IMPL work. For this AIG IMPL work, the parent class is what? AIG IMPL app. And then this is derived from AIG IMP. So likewise, total 3 classes are there. So this child class is derived from this class and this one is from this class. So this is this indication is called what kind of the inheritance it is? This is the pattern inheritance. So always the pattern inheritance, the prefix of the current class will be parent class name. And again for this, the prefix of the class is parent class. Okay. So likewise, it is having the inheritance between these 3 classes. And along with that, we also have something called direct inheritance. So what is the direct inheritance class name? That is work dash cover. Okay, this is also derived from work dash cover. Okay, this work dash cover is nowhere related for the class name. Okay, but still it is acting as a parent. So in that case, this is the direct inheritance. So direct inheritance, how it will be? Like this. Okay, whereas if it is the pattern inheritance, how exactly it will be? Dotted lines. So pattern inheritance represented by the dotted lines, and whereas the direct inheritance represented by the thick line. Okay, so now this AIG IMPL work can access the properties or else the functionality from this class or this class or else from this class. So that we are going to specify here. So and even while searching, we can specify find by name first pattern. Okay, and then this is the direct inheritance class name. So this is the class instance, the class form, how exactly it is going to create it. So first we are going to select whether it needs to act as a abstract or concrete class, and again the version. Okay, and again whether it should act as a class group or not. Okay, and later the keys of this particular class. Okay, the primary key of the particular class, and then the inheritance it is going to specify here. Okay, we have something called test connection. It is just showing that the database table for which it has been mapped. So in the database for this class, okay, in the database for this class, it is mapped to the table name is PC underscore this one, and the name of the database is Pega data. Okay, this is an internal class. You may access the class with obj-activity methods, and no problems found with this configuration. Right now, this class is correct and it is going to working as expected. So likewise, we can just test the connection. Okay, how it is going to map to the database, to which database table it has been mapped. All those things we can see by selecting the test connection. Okay, guys. So mainly we have created 2 applications today. Okay, 2 applications. One is the framework application and the other one is the implementation application. And while creating the implementation application, we also selected that, okay, which is the parent framework application. So we first initially created Tata AIG framework application, and that application we made as a parent for the Tata AIG implementation class. Okay, so any queries? So tomorrow we will be learning how to implement the functionality in this application, how to add the functionality, how to create the properties. Okay, all those things we will be learning accordingly. So I hope you all are having the access to your local Pega PRPC application software, and you also can create the applications accordingly. So it's very easy, just running the wizard. Okay, So from here, you can select new application and just run the wizard, and again it is going to create the application accordingly for you. Any doubts, or else we can close it today? Okay. So if no queries, yeah, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.